Hello. Good morning. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Happy February. Happy belated Groundhog Day. I'm not sure how that all turned out, but it doesn't matter. It's all good, right? We're going to start off this service today with a song that we love, and we know you do too. It's one of our most common suggestions. So let's sing together, Rainbow Connection.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Sing it.
Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it, and look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing, and what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da dee da 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 dum, la da da dee da dum da dee.
Green light means go. We're back on track. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Rob Ekman, and I am pleased and honored to be your service host today. This center is a spiritual community where all are welcome. We welcome you whether you're here in person in the sanctuary or whether you're joining us via our live love stream online. And if you are joining us online, please take a moment and type into the comments where you're joining us from so that we know how far and wide our reach is this morning. This center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy of daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among all religions. We seek to know and connect with the divine, and we each work on our individual consciousness to make the world a better place. We know that we are all perfect, whole, and complete, and each of us are on our own road to greater understanding. Our practitioner holding high watch today is Katie Hernandez, In case this is new to you, High Watch is when one of our practitioners is holding this space in this time that we're here together in prayer, knowing the highest and greatest good is unfolding for us as we are here enjoying this time and learning together. Our prayer practitioner this morning is Teresa Martin. Wherever you're joining us from, whether here or online, I would like to invite you to join me in reaffirming our center's purpose statement, which will now appear on the screen. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you very much. For more information about what's going on our center, you can visit our website at www.spirituallyfree.org. Today, Reverend Cindy will be offering our message called The Undercurrent of Life. And our special music will be offered today by Will Baxter. Yay! Oh, we love Will and are so glad to have him back here with us today. Next week, Reverend Cindy will be speaking on the topic, Inquiring Minds Want to Know. And I know this room is full of inquiring minds, so that'll be fun for us. I'd like to welcome anyone who's here for the very first time. If you're willing and able, please raise your hands so that we can acknowledge you with a round of applause. Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking time in your morning to join us here at the center. There is a welcome packet available to you in the lobby with some information about us, as well as a past issue of Science of Mind magazine. This morning's meditation was offered by practitioner Lana Cairns. And in case any of you are not familiar with that 10 o'clock meditation, it is a delightful 15-minute opportunity to get grounded for the day. And I find our Sunday morning meditations to be just beautiful and so suited for setting my mind in the right direction for the day. So if you haven't joined us yet, please consider it. It is very, very valuable and so sweet. Other announcements. The Centers for Spiritual Living is holding its annual convention this year, February 20th through 23rd. It's going to be in 3 physical locations around the country. It's called Vista, and it will be held in Phoenix, Santa Rosa, California, and Dallas, Texas. Now, our center is raffling tickets for registration to the virtual event. So if the time is past for you to venture out and to go to one of these great destinations, you can still watch all of it online. We are doing a raffle where each ticket is $5, and it enters you to win a $199 package that is virtual access to all of the programming, and there is a lot. Between the 3 centers, there are dozens and dozens of interesting and informative programs to watch. It's a 90 days worth of access, everything, all the videos available. And we will be doing our drawing here next Sunday the 12th. So those raffle tickets are available in the foyer, so get them today. Next Sunday, during this same service, our 10:30 service, there will be a renewing of vows ceremony. Now, this is an all-inclusive event for everyone, where we have an opportunity to deepen our experience of divine love in ourself and in our relationships. So consider joining us. It's all-inclusive. We will declare and reinforce our vows to ourselves as well as to those people we love. There will also be a special honoring and renewing of our practitioners' vows. Now, of course, our practitioners are our licensed prayer professionals, and this ceremony will be a way to honor them for their commitment to say yes to supporting us and our community in prayer. So that will also be happening next Sunday. An all-new foundations class will be starting on Tuesday, February 21st for 10 weeks. Anyone who has taken a foundations class knows how important and how basic this is, and this opportunity to learn about our philosophy and what we believe and where we came from. This is an all-new class, will be taught by Reverend Cindy both online. No, in person, but in 2 different times on Tuesdays. So depending on your schedule, you can join this 10-week journey on Tuesdays from noon to 3, or from 6:30 to 9:30. And that is a 10-week journey plus 1 Saturday workshop. There are some scholarships available, so please see Reverend Cindy if you're interested in that. And the sign-up sheets are on the concierge table in the lobby, as well as online. Finally, our good musical friend Jarrett Burns will be in concert here at the center on February 24th at 7 p.m. Jarrett is a sonic shaman. Through his soaring vocals and soul-searching lyrics, Jarrett visits the deepest places inside himself and invites us all on that journey with him. Any of you who have heard Jarrett know the beauty and sanctity of his voice and his message, so please consider coming and joining us on February 24th. And again, more information about all of this stuff is on our website at spirituallyfree.org. All right. This center is grounded in and founded on prayer. This helps us deal with whatever comes our way and helps us with our experiences regardless of our situations. We have professional prayer practitioners who are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer, and they are ready to pray with you and for you. You can connect with them online at our website, or here in the center. You can recognize them by my lovely assistant here, Teresa, who is wearing her beautiful purple stole. So please consider taking advantage of this wonderful prayer service that we have here. So now I invite you to settle in and allow Teresa's reading and the centering music to take you to that sacred space within, and then Teresa will lead us in prayer.
Well, good morning. Today's reading is from The Answer Is You by Dr. Michael Bernard, Beckwith, page 2 and 3. Whatever actions you perform, and whatever thoughts you think, whatever emotions you feel, the you of you is the impersonal, non-attached witness of them. Any habitual pattern, behavior pattern, personal trait, or neurosis that you release from your life is possible because it is not an aspect of your true essence. Only that is real cannot fall away from you because that is you. Just as the spirit remains changeless, so does your higher self remain changeless, a constant amongst the vicissitudes of our experiences. The you of you is formless, changeless reality.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through my every fear. For spirit, one spirit is in this very room. for all the world. And there's quite enough peace and quite enough power to walk through our every fear. For Spirit, one Spirit, is in this very room, in this very room, in this very
Feeling that power, that presence, that love that embraces this room and in each and every one that is here. That spirit that lives within us. I am so grateful for that spirit, for this presence within the room, for all the beautiful faces, for the love that is here, that we feel, that is tangible. I recognize that spirit in each and every one as we greet each other on Sundays and each morning that we're here. We are together and unified in that spirit. We know we are one. We are one with all of life, and that very life is within. I am grateful for each of you for being here this day. I am grateful for our musicians, our audiovisual people, everyone who serves, everyone that is present here. And for those who are joining us virtually, please know that spirit is within the very room you sit in the very space you take up. So that spirit is everywhere present. And I acknowledge it, I know it, I feel it, I give thanks for it. As together we say, and so it is. Amen.
So we're going to teach you a new song. This is a great song. We're on a journey this month showing the connection between curiosity and courage. This is a song by Daniel Namod. It's called Here Goes Nothing. And I think it speaks to that connection between curiosity and courage.
I'm through asking where I'm going. I've been asking all my life. I've grown tired of all this wondering when everything seems to turn out right. So when my mind needs something to do, wants to know the future, I whisper this truth. I'm okay. I've always been, and I will always be that way. So here goes nothing. I'm taking a chance, opening up, knowing I'm in good hands. Here goes everything. It's all on the line. Some say naive to close my eyes and take a leap, but I know better, 'cause I believe even in the dark my soul can see. So when my mind plays its usual games, oh, my answer is always the same. Here goes nothing, I'm taking a chance, opening up, knowing I'm in good hands. Here goes everything, it's all on the line, but I'm not afraid this time. Here goes nothing, I'm taking a chance, opening up, knowing I'm in good hands. Here goes everything, it's all on the line, but I'm not afraid this time. No, I'm not afraid this time. I'm okay, I've always been, and I will always be that way.
Give yourself a hand. It's my great pleasure to introduce our special music today. You know him, you love him, and I can't wait to hear this guy play in such an intimate space here. The one and only Will Baxter.
Curiosity and courage. Well, I guess let's do the Curiosity song first. What do you say? This is a special song for my dear friends. I want to play for him. It's called One Way Ticket. And it goes like this. You can snap along. And do what must be done. Show them, each and every one, 'cause I'll be leaving here before too long. So try to love me when I'm gone. And be kind, do the right thing along the way. Pay no mind what other people say. And leave, or don't leave me. There's no particular way this is supposed to be. 'Cause I don't care when I die. I got a one-way ticket to the party in the sky. I don't care when I die. One-way ticket when I'm gone to my greater glory. Help me live on, tell my story. When I'm gone to my greater glory, come on, help me live on, tell my story. Take me down to the water and lift me up when I'm gone. 'Cause I'm no good except my daughter. So tell her I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I don't care when I die. I got a one-way ticket, a party in the sky. I don't care when I die. One-way ticket. I don't care when I die. Oh, it's a one-way ticket to the party in the sky. I don't care when I die. Oh, I got a one-way ticket. Thank you so much. Thank you. One-way ticket right there. Thank you.
We are blessed in this community. We have the most wonderful house band and special musicians that come see us every week. So let's give them some more love. So our theme for the month is the connection between curiosity and courage. You've already heard songs about that. And the topic today is the undercurrent of life. But I'll get there in a moment. I want to share some things that happen in the month of February. The first one is Black History Month, focusing on teachers, poets, mystics, and philosophers. That's what we're going to do this month. So I've asked the practitioners when they're picking out readings for the meditations, and the readings that are being used this month are all Black Americans that have given the USA so much, yes. So just a little tidbit of history about Black History Month. It was founded by a gentleman named Carter G. Woodson, and he is the son of slaves and the father of Black history. And he created it to celebrate the achievements of Black Americans and recognize the central role they've had in shaping our country. The other thing I wanted to acknowledge was, and is, the season of nonviolence. How many of you have heard of that in this room? Okay, a sprinkling. Wonderful. So, it goes from January 30th to April 4th. And every day is a lesson of how to live a nonviolent life. We started posting them on Facebook. However, I know not all of you are on Facebook. So if you want to play along with this and read about the lessons, see the concierge table, they have a handout for you. Let me tell you a little bit about the season of nonviolence. It was established by Arun Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi's son, actually grandson. And it's a yearly event bringing the philosophies of Gandhi and Martin Luther King together. It starts on the anniversary of Gandhi's assassination, and it ends on Martin Luther King's assassination. That's why it's 64 days. We will be talking about these lessons as we go along. In fact, today's lesson, February 5th, is education. Learn about the power of nonviolence by educating yourself. Read an article that relates to nonviolence. Learn about human rights, diversity, ecology, history, forgiveness, spirituality, peace studies, and more. We're very lucky. It's at our fingertips. You go online and just Google nonviolence, history of peace marches. Do something like that today. But now we get to talk about the undercurrent of life. I had fun thinking about this. Well, I don't know about fun because it brought up some memories for me. But I always appreciate that. I know that my life is the manifestation of my undercurrent. So if you're wondering what your undercurrent is, look at your life. It's your mindset. It's your belief system. These things that you might not recognize or acknowledge, but they're there. The kids agree. So I'm not talking about those fleeting thoughts. In fact, those fleeting thoughts for me are like when I'm on my bike and I have this fleeting thought that, oh, I better stay away from that crack in the road. That's a fleeting thought. That's not driving my life. That's not steering my life. It's those things that you learn maybe at that age that cause your life to go a certain direction. Like watching your family. Maybe you have a family that's always had some kind of physical challenge. Asthma, maybe dementia, maybe cancer, maybe whatever it is, the diagnosis. And there's an undercurrent of worry and fear that this is going to be your path too. In fact, I have someone in my life, I won't put a name to this person, who told me one day that it wasn't a matter of if she will get cancer, but when. That's a strong undercurrent, isn't it? And it did happen, unfortunately. She's gotten through to the other side. My dad always told me, I'm going to die young. And I hated to hear that. He died a week before his 50th birthday. Undercurrents can really pull you away from shore, right? In that reading this morning, Reverend Michael said, habitual behavior, pattern, personality traits, or neurosis that is you, release from your life is possible because it's not your true nature. Didn't we talk about that all last month? Liquid lighted love is what we really are. So that's the truth of who we are. So what about these undercurrents? I did a little research, and I also have lived it myself, so I've experienced this. When you get caught in an undercurrent or a riptide, the first thing they tell you to do is relax. Don't fight it. And then if you're in the water, they tell you to flip. Go on your back and go with the flow. What happens is it will flow out of a current. And if you are looking at the shore, you just want to go sideways. If you keep swimming back to that spot that you started, you're in the same current. And what happens? It's exhausting. It's so tiring to try to get out of these currents of our life. I know, I have been there. I think we've all been there. So I wanted to talk about the kind of current that is truly dangerous. Imagine being in the ocean or even a lake and suddenly realizing you look, and like I said, this has happened to me more than once. I look back at the shore and it's a mile away. How did this happen? I was barely even swimming, but I was in that current. It's like a belief or mindset that has caught you. And when you notice and you're trying to go toward what your intention is, but yet you're all the way on the other side of it. So again, what we want to do is not panic and stay calm. Remember these. This is not just for swimming, this is for life. All right? Get your body into a relaxed position. Flip. Do a quantum flip. Go with the flow. Take the path of least resistance. And stay parallel to the beach or your intention. Maybe there's another way that you're going to get there than the way that you thought. And the way that you thought is filled with bumps and exhaustion and frustration. There's another way. Maybe that's not the way. So, can you remember a time when a situation or something was going on and instead of being relaxed, you fought? I have a story from Reverend Michael. And this is a true story of one time when he was in Costa Rica and he got caught in a riptide. If you follow Dr. Michael, you might have heard him tell this story before. He was in Costa Rica at the beach with his daughter, and they were having a great time swimming, a beautiful day, and all of a sudden, he realized he was far from his daughter and he was way out in the ocean. The farther he got out in the riptide, these waves were smashing against him. Reverend Michael's a pretty fit guy, but he was no match for this. The first thing that he kept telling himself was just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And he realized he was all alone out there. His daughter had made it back to the shore. She was watching him, but there was no lifeguards on this beach. As he relaxed, and the waves were still pummeling him, he said out loud, "Help me." Right at that moment, when he said, "Help me" out loud, a wave came and carried him. And then another wave, and another wave. 3 waves brought him back to shore. He somehow got out of the water, and he was injured, and he was exhausted, and he was alive. Something I've learned from Reverend Michael, and I have no doubts that this probably came from that situation, is help is actually hello, eternal, loving presence. So, when he said help, the help was there in an instant. So back to the undercurrent. If we've been caught in an undercurrent of not enoughness, fear, lack, diagnosis, anger, being a victim, whatever it is, I ask you to stop fighting it. Don't panic. Come into a relaxed position. Maybe that means meditate more, move more, yoga more. Go with the flow. Find that path of least resistance. I remember growing up, I had a great aunt that said that I was just like my aunt, and my aunt was really lazy. Now I know that part of that laziness for me is I do find the path of least resistance. I'm grateful that I know how to do that, and I don't have to be fighting every moment of the day. Stay parallel with your destination. And most importantly, when you need help, you ask for it. Hello, eternal loving presence, right? So here's one of my riptide stories. I said I've had a few. I am definitely a water person. It's kind of strange that here I'm living in Utah, away from the water. I've always been close to the water. When I was really little, I was in the pool. I could stay in the pool for hours and hours until my hands looked like prunes. If I was in the ocean, I was fearless. Nothing scared me. One day, I was at the beach in Florida, so I must have been about 8 or 9 years old. And I didn't have a boogie board because that wasn't a thing back then. I had a raft, those canvas rafts. I love that thing. And I would take that raft and go out, way far out. Nothing, like I said, nothing scared me. Well, one day, I took my raft and I went out, and there were bigger waves than I'm used to, and there was a lot of surfers out there. I thought, oh, that'll be more fun, bigger waves. So I'm out there playing in the water with my raft, and something happened. I got caught. And these waves were pummeling me, and I lost my grip on the raft. And I was floundering around in the water. And I don't know who this person was, but there was a surfer out there, and he just plucked me out of the water, put me on the raft, and said, "Take that wave in now." Before I knew it, I was on the shore, and I hadn't even thanked him. Hello, eternal loving presence. I didn't even ask for help, but I knew I had some kind of guardian watching after me. I've known this for a long time. I've been in situations that were dangerous. And yet, I made it out, and I'm here today. So, back to Reverend Michael's story. The day after this happened on the beach, he was talking to a friend of his, And this friend of his is a medium. And he told her the story, not all in detail, just that he got caught in a rip and he thought he was going to die. She said to him, "You asked for help out loud, didn't you?" He said, "Yeah, I did." And then she said, 3 waves came and saved you and pushed you in to the shore. And he said, "Yes, that's what happened." See, asking for help comes in many forms, from our ancestors, from the divine, from the angelic realm, from the divine realms, or whatever you call it. You know that little angel that sits on your shoulder that helps you make the right decision? Yeah, that's the one right there. I know that I've always been guarded and protected no matter what silly things I did when I was younger, like being in the ocean, way out of my comfort zone. In fact, one time I do remember I was, this is Florida again, I was on my raft and I paddled all the way out. My dad was up on a pier and he was fishing and he started screaming at me and I'm like, "What? I'm just saying hello." He said, "Shark." Okay, that did scare me. When I heard that, I just paddled right back into shore and said maybe that was too far. But what I really want to say is we are not alone. As we cultivate curiosity and courage this month, remember, we can always ask for help. Hello, eternal, loving presence. And with that, I'm ready to go into prayer. Take a nice deep breath with me. And how grateful I am for this day in every way. For the music, for the fellowship, for the connection, for knowing that help is truly, hello, eternal, loving presence. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful that that undercurrent of life hasn't drowned me, and that I have found my way to relax and find that path of least resistance. And I am grateful for this month of February, Black History Month. I'm grateful for the teachings for the season of nonviolence. And I'm grateful to know that there is only one power, one presence, one love, one light. It has many names: Mother, Father, God, the Force, Spirit, Divine Universe, Buddha, Allah, Jehovah, Hashem, Lord Creator, Master of the universe. And yet, with all these names and all these faces, there is truly one presence, power, witness that is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in every musical note. It's in every word. It's in every person, every being, every animal. It's in every seat that we sit upon. It's in every drop of water in the lakes, rivers, and oceans. It's in that moment between the words, the silence, the gap. It's in every unit of energy and atom and cell. It's in the stars and the moon. It's in every atom and cell of my body temple. Every breath, every heartbeat, every muscle, every organ. And I know this truth for every beloved within this room. Whether you are online, love streaming, watching this video later, or in this room, as we breathe together and are entranced and trained together, sitting in this prayerful moment, I claim and know that the undercurrent of our life, if it no longer works for us, that there's another way, that we relax, we find our peace, we flip, we go on that path of least resistance. We ask for help. Because we know that there's more than one way. There's always more than one way. So for you, if you're concerned about diagnoses for yourself or your loved ones, I claim and know that there's always another way. I claim and know that essential self that we are, that liquid lighted love, is the truth of who and what we are, and that is always fully 100% healthy and whole, never broken or less than. And I know the same truth for my beloveds that are hoping and praying for abundance, for that perfect job or purpose on their path. It's looking for them right here, right now. It's finding you right here, right now. It's knocking on your heart. As we just take a sidestep from going back the exact same direction we came from, we go sideways sometimes to find that perfect path. And for those of my beloveds that are praying and knowing peace for this world, for this nation, for this planet, we know that peace begins with our own hearts. And for those in this room that have a particular request for a prayer, I ask that you say your name first and then the name of your beloveds that you want prayer for. It's okay to say it out loud, whether you're in this room or love streaming with us at the moment. Say those names as I do the same. Cindy, Michael, Roz, Anna, Marilyn, Kent, Matlin, Jana, James, so know that your prayer is my prayer too. And for this time we've spent together, I am deeply, deeply thankful. Because before we even started the prayer, the answer was yes. Yes, 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 this and so much more. Yes, my beloved. The universe always says yes. We might not always recognize it because it's different than what our minds thought answered prayer looked like, but it is always granted. So I am just releasing all of the names, all of the requests of our beloveds, ourselves, into the law, knowing that the seeds are planted the growth is actually happening now. And please anchor this prayer by saying, and so it is. Amen. Hushing.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Yes, I am so blessed. We are so blessed. It's that time in the service when we have an opportunity to practice one of our spiritual practices, and that's giving and generosity. Last week I told a story about my friend Marilyn that had money flying at her from an ATM. And Carl told me it wasn't abundant because she brought the money back to the bank. But what happened was she did get unexpected income the next week in the way of a check in our mail. So, yes, yay. So, when it comes to abundance, what I know is we can't get if our fists are closed. We can receive if they're open. So whatever you give, I'm grateful for that. And if you want to step up your own spiritual practice, bring it up a notch. I've challenged myself to do a full 10% of whatever I take in so that I can be at that magical number. Maybe your number's different. I'm not saying you have to do what I'm doing. The main part that I want you to hear and understand is its consistency and consciousness. That's the most important piece. So, our ushers are going to be coming forward, and we're going to say our blessing. And also, ushers, when you end up at the front of the room, hang on a minute. Let's start with our giving affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to
rub your hands together. Get that energy going. And put your hands toward the baskets. And repeat after me. I am grateful.
I am grateful
For all that I give.
for all that I give,
For all that I get.
for all that I get,
For this entire community.
for this entire community.
Knowing what I give
Knowing what I give
returns to me
returns to me
abundantly.
abundantly.
All right, thank you for indulging me.
Let's hear some more from Wilt Baxter.
So this is the Courage song. I was just wondering what song to play. I had a couple in mind. I was going to do a cover. I was going to do an old song that I wrote, but the courage to change, especially in this month. Thanks for that wonderful message. That was great. Black History Month. Let's do an old Sam Cooke song. If you guys know it, you want to sing along, please do.
I was born by the river in a little tent, just like that river, been running ever since. It's been a long time coming. I know a change's gotta come. Yes, it will. It's been too hard living. I'm afraid to die. Who knows what's up there beyond the sky? It's been a long time coming. I know change gotta come. Oh, yes it will. So I go to my brother. I said, brother, help me please, help me please. And I go to my mother. Mother, I'm down on my knees. There's been times when I thought I couldn't last for long. And now I see I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming. Ooh, I know a change has gotta come. Yes, it will, yes, it will. It's been too hard living. I'm not afraid to die. But who knows what's up there beyond the sky? It's been a long time coming. I know we can change. A change's gonna come. long time coming. And all this change's gotta come.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Rick. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Wonderful music, Will. Wonderful message, Reverend Cindy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What a great reminder. Go with the flow and do a flip. Turn the other way. Don't fight. Terrific. Can't wait for more. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Thanks for all those tuning in. Let's stand and sing our closing song. Yeah, that's it. Everybody's got a seed to sow.
Some people quietly reveal in the manner of the meek. Some people shout the way they feel to a radical degree. Sometimes it's me. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people sing it to express, while others hear another call. Some people speak with subtleness, some don't rely on words at all. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. 'Cause everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. We are all pieces of the whole with different feelings to evoke. Giving distinction to the role, different players, different strokes.